Hey, we're just waiting for people to load up. Hello, hello. It's been a while, huh? Let's see who else coming on. Let's see who else coming on. If nobody comes on, we go off. Yes. Can you say hello, everybody? Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea, say hello to everybody. Say hello, Chelsea. Say Chelsea. My name is Chelsea, and I'm a little Muppet. I'm a little Muppet. Yes, if you're hey Sunflower, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Just waiting for folks to load up. So I'm just showing off my little pup monkey. My little pup monkey. She's giving me so many kisses. When I'm anxious or stressed out, this is what she does. So I must be anxious or stressed out that I'm not aware of. Juicy. We're just waiting for more folks to load up. Oh, is that a big yawn? Oh, is that a big yawn? Can you show everybody how big your feet are? Say, I'm Little Miss Bigfoot. My mommy calls me Little Miss Bigfoot. What else do I call you? Little Miss Muppet. She's Little Miss Muppet. Oh, apparently she's very tired. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Who all is here? Let's do roll call. Let's do roll call. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Sammy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Can you say hello, Chelsea? Say hello, Sammy. Hello, Sunflower. She just wants to get out. All right, I'll let you go. You go be free. Here, don't hurt yourself. Just go be free. Hello, guys. That dog is so funny. Yeah, Sammy, she's cute. She what's so funny about her is that the little head turns. I know sometimes she'll just like it looks like she's glitching and she's like it's pretty funny. Um she snorts when she gets excited. Hey, Joy Living, nice to see you. She snorts when she gets excited. So bye bye. So we're still getting used to like a whole lot of like things. I'm training her. I'm doing a lot of training with her. She didn't quite pass the first level, the beginner's level of obedience training. That's okay. So we're taking it again because I'm gonna get her like, hey Florentina, nice to see you. I'm gonna be getting her like I really wanna do some like massive training with her. So, I mean, she's just the joy of my life right now. She's the joy of my life. So, how are you guys doing? We have, I think, like 6 planets retrograde now, 7 maybe. So, there's so much. Like, we are seriously being slow, like being taught and like being forced. I think the real word is forced, but I'm just going to be, very nice. Yeah, Sunflower says the retrogrades have been messing with me. Yeah, it's like it just kind of feels like everything is slowed down, and it's true. But it's weird because some areas of our life like totally speed up, and then some of the other ones are slowing down. Hey, Alex, nice to see you. I'm so glad that you're doing well today. I'm happy to hear that. No, retrogrades are not bad, not bad. Actually, let's just dispel that myth right now. And we'll just talk about the biggest one, which is of course Mercury retrograde, which has a bad rap. But what retrogrades allow us to do is to go back and redo shit, really. So, for example, Mercury retrograde, the whole idea, really, the essence or the healing part of Mercury retrograde is to slow us down. That's it. It's just to slow us down so that we can, like, really ingest, we can recalibrate, we can integrate everything that we've been learning or doing, right? So when we have, for example, if we have miscommunications with people, it might slow down the outcome or the ultimate outcome or result, right? So it's not that it's bad, it's just here to slow you down to make sure you're making the right choices, the right decisions, not to jump into things, right? So Mercury retrograde is like chef's kiss for folks like us who have anxiety because it really teaches us to slow down, to really, go into what our own authenticity is. Like, should we make this choice? Should we not make this choice? Should we go in this direction? Should we not go in this direction? Right. So, I actually have come to learn how to appreciate Mercury retrograde. Sunflower says, "Did you change your hair color? I like it." Okay, so I don't like it. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like it. It is blue. It was supposed to be blue, right? So I did this hair thing because I wanted blue, and it took like all the blonde. But to me, it comes out looking like gray, like really nasty gray. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of blue. You can't really see it, but it's supposed to be blue. I don't like it. I haven't been happy with my hair in a couple of years, actually. Oh, I'm so glad you think it's cool, Sunflower. That's good. That's good. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. I just don't like it. I haven't been happy with my hair in a few years, actually. So, ugh. Anyways, Sammy says, but everybody seems to hate Mercury retrograde and such. Well, yeah, because the mainstream doesn't really understand why or the importance of it. They just go ahead and like shit on it, like make fun of it as if it ruins your life. But it's not there to ruin your life, it's there to help you reflect, revise, redo, revisit, right? Things that maybe you didn't complete in the past or things that weren't done correctly in the past. So you get like a redo, you get another chance, gives you an opportunity to slow down. So it's actually a really healing period, a really healing time. Yes, there are delays in communications and appliances, which again are there to just force you to slow down. Okay. Hey, Arzu, nice to see you. So I got to tell you, the best vacations that I've ever taken were during Mercury retrograde. Yes, I've had to deal with flight delays, ticket mishaps, or whatever, because there's always that, miscommunication or miss whatever, right? But Mercury wants you to just relax, rest, recuperate, regroup. So I actually really like um, taking vacations on Mercury retrograde. So no, retrogrades are not bad, Sammy. They're not. Um, let's see. The 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 feed seems to be clogged. So, anyways, Arzu, how does a Mercury retrograde a person who is ruled by Mercury? It's just amplified. So typically, Mercury is really the planet of communication, it's the planet of data and information, right? So when it's stationed direct, which is when it's not in retrograde, from the Earth's, okay, so from the geocentric point of view, which is how your astrological chart is built out now, I just want to preface this with I am not a professional astrologer. I dabble in astrology and I don't know enough to actually, you know, predict or anything like that from a chart. I'm an energist. I use energy, okay? So yeah, you're a Gemini. So like communication, data and information exchanges. That's really what Mercury is. So I mean, when it goes retrograde, it depends on so many things. See, people think astrology is like one thing. Like, okay, Arzu, you're a Gemini. What that is telling me is that your sun sign is in Gemini, but there's so much more to you than just where what sign your sun is in. Also, what house is it in? What is it like? How is it lined up with other planets in other houses? right? So there's a lot that goes on to astrology. If you want to get a really good basic like understanding or sort of like a basic fundamental knowledge about someone's personality or how they might act, you would look for their sun sign, their moon sign, and their rising sign or their ascendant sign. So the sun sign is how they typically identify themselves as. The moon sign is there's a Shih Tzu mix behind me eating my deck of cards, which is no bueno. Um, there she is. Can you see her little head? Um, your moon sign is how do you feel emotionally? How do you tend to emotionally react? And where do you feel most safe emotionally? And your rising or your ascendant is how the world sees you or how people actually see you. So even though technically, you're a Gemini, Arzu, there's more to you than just your Gemini. There's more to you than just your sun sign. If you and what they're saying nowadays, now again, I am not a an astrologer, but if you kind of want to know how your day is going to go, if you're looking or your month or something like that, like you're looking in those magazines or whatnot, you should actually be looking at what your rising sign is, because that's actually going to be more accurate in terms of what's going on around you. Okay, so like prediction-y wise, look at your rising. So, for example, my sun is in Leo, my moon is in Libra, and my rising is Sagittarius, right? So I'm going to come off looking to you guys more like a Sagittarius than I will a Leo. And you may have no clue how I emotionally operate unless, you're very astute or in tuned by spending time with me and just seeing how I move around and navigate my human experience. Then you would know, oh, emotionally, and where I feel the safest is in Libra, right? So Arzu says, thanks. I had always thought that Mercury doesn't make me go crazier than I am when it's retrograde. Now I get it. Yeah. Yeah. And Mercury doesn't make you go crazy. Mercury wants to slow you down and just go like, are you sure? Do you really want to eat that flavor ice cream? You sure you don't want this flavor ice cream? You sure? Because if you get this, you might not like it if you didn't really think about it enough. So you might have to like go back and do it again, right? That's why a lot of people from our past return, right? Or we have experiences that we have to do again because the universe is going, all right, look, you did this last time. You sure you want to do this? Like, are you sure? You sure you want to get back with your ex? You're really sure about that? So that's kind of like what's going on there. That's how that is working. So it just gets a bad rap because people like to complain. And honestly, now we're getting to a point where commercially spirituality is being commercialized, right? Because what makes astrology spiritual is the experiences that we can get from the behaviors of the cosmos. And the whole idea of spirituality or why someone is spiritual has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with eating vegan and doing yoga and like holding crystals and getting reiki and all that. The definition of spirituality really is how are you navigating your human avatar, the human you, as a spiritual being, because we're not bodies that have souls, we're souls that have bodies. Or, like I was telling one of my clients the other day, you're a soul that has a human, and sometimes your human will glitch. right? So your soul has a human, right? So we're really spiritual beings. We're just using the earth suit, the body, as a vehicle. We're using the thoughts that we have as a vehicle for the soul to behave and act a certain way so that the soul can evolve and learn lessons that maybe we haven't learned from past or previous lives, right? Or even from situations in our current life, right? And also the feelings. The soul uses the feelings as a vehicle. Okay. So real spirituality is, how are you getting around being a human? How are your responses? How are you responding? And how are you being? Are you being a dick? Are you being an asshole? Even if you're in depression, even if you're angry, are you also being a fuck face? Right? So that's real spirituality, right? How are you managing? How is your soul managing using the body, the mind, and the thoughts? And then how are you helping other people? Right? How are you helping other people? Hey, Jennifer, so nice to see you. My heart is well. Thank God. Let me tell you, holy shit skis. These past 3.5 months for me, I've experienced a lot of loss and grief, loss of a very important relationship, and the loss of my dog. And oftentimes, I just don't, like many of you, I'm no different than you. It's the human experience, you know, don't always recognize or know when I'm bypassing certain emotions. So I've really, what's the word? Reverse back or put myself back to the basics where I really, really get ugly honest with myself. And I go, you know what, right now I am feeling dot, dot, dot. I'm going to let this emotion move through my body, and then I'm going to make some sort of choice or decision from there, not from where my head is at right now. Right. Thank you, Jennifer. So I've had to like do some backtracking, which is okay. It's part of the human experience, right? It's part of making my way in my experience, that my soul is using my body, my thoughts, and my feelings how to get around, right? Actually, it was just yesterday, today, Monday, I was with my support and I realized I had a thought form that is not healthy for me. And I've been feeding it with my attention. So it's really been thriving. And when I realized A, I was having that thought form, and then B, I got very embarrassed about having that thought form. So what was I doing? I was judging myself for having that thought form when that's part of the human blueprint. I was humaning just fine, right? By having a judgment. We do. We have judgments. Earth suits come with judgments because of the ego. It's the entangled part of the soul with the material world. Um, so it was normal, it was natural. No, I mean, it was a big deal in that it was something I didn't realize I was bypassing. So you have to come online, you have to become conscious and aware, and then you can, make a different choice, make a different decision. And then especially with thought forms tend to be who tend to turn into an entity because you feed it so much energy. Every time the thought comes in, cut, right? And I've been doing a lot more energy work now because I've been able to identify what that thought form was. It was running me. I wasn't running it. And I literally had to say, no, 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 no. You're not the boss of me. And now I've taken like real charge and I'm like, fuck off. Fuck you, thought form. No, no. So, but you have to like know, you have to have that clarity and know what you're dealing with before you can deal with it, right? So, and then I judged myself. I was feeling shame and embarrassment, like something's wrong with me because I was having a very human thought form. So I had to deal with that. And then I'm like, fuck that. Of course you're going to. You're human. You're blah, blah, blah. Self forgiveness, self compassion, the whole thing. And so now every time the thought comes up and I have the consciousness and the awareness of it, leave now. Goodbye. So, you want to come up? She keeps coming by me, but yeah. So Arzu says my pup is so cute. Thank you. I do love her. I love her a lot. Um, Interestingly, I adopted her about 2.5 months before I lost my. I see you, Sunflower. Thank you. I'll be with you in just a moment. Go ahead, type your question in while I say this. Um, I got her about 2.5 months before I lost my other dog. And I don't know, some might say I'm psychic. I don't know. And so when I lost my other dog, I'm still so grateful to have this little munchkin here because she's just the joy right now to me, and I'm training her. I'm spending a lot of time training her, and she's these natural inclinations to help me with my anxiety, which is so beautiful, which I love. So she's really a joy to me right now. I really love her, and she's been a lifesaver. Um, so yeah, these past 3.5 months have been very emotionally rough, and I wasn't really aware um, of some of the thought forms. That's the thing about thought forms, is that they run you until you figure out that it's happening, and then you make the choice and decision to overcome them, right? So that's what's been going on. So, Sunflower, thank you for your super chat. I do see it, but I do not see a question that I can. Oh, there it is. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let me answer your question. Okay. Braden and I talk about wanting to be together and everything once we can see each other again, and want to know, will we actually get back into a relationship when we start seeing each other? Okay, how much longer before you guys can start seeing each other, first of all? Go ahead and answer that question for me. I do feel like there has to be a transition period because the separation period has been a while. Um, Hopefully, in the next few months, you'll see. See, that's the thing. My concern is he talks more than he makes good on his words. So that's where my concern with him is. Um, it's not, I don't necessarily feel like he's seeing someone else, but I kind of feel like his heart is not fully into you, and it just could be because of the separation. But to me, I'm feeling like he talks more than he's going to be action oriented. So when you're asking me, will we actually get back into a relationship when we start seeing each other? If you can see him consistently in person, so there is physical touch, there's a good probability of it happening. Without consistent in-person communication, I just don't feel like it's going to turn into what you're wanting, because a relationship already exists. You're wanting like a romantic boyfriend girlfriend relationship. And I'm not getting that that's happening just yet. So to me, it feels like it is contingent upon consistent in-person contact. If you can do that, then with time, it can happen. I don't know that he's necessarily ready for you. I don't know what that's about, but I do kind of feel like he's right now more talk than action. So just keep that in the back of your head. So just sort of maintain a detached, it's hard, you're already attached, but try and get more detached from him in terms of this romantic until it's actually theirs. Otherwise you're dealing with potential, and we got to deal with reality. Okay, so I hope you get what you want. I'm not fully feeling like it's gonna be there, and I know that that's not what you want to hear, but you also know that I don't sugarcoat and I don't bullshit, right? I tell you the information that I'm getting and I'm receiving until we can see each other at least. So yeah, it'll be still a few more months before you can see each other. So, once you do get in physical contact with him in order to have the relationship that you're looking for or wanting, you're going to need to be in consistent physical um proximity consistently over and over and over again to get what you want. Okay. I hope that helps. I know that that's not the answer you want to hear, but that's the information that I'm getting. I mean, ultimately, I don't have all the answers. I'm not the end all be all, you know? So, okay. Okay. Well, where'd she go? Oh, hey, Roxanne. Oh, hi, Roxanne. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Your question. Do you see me going back to school in January or September 2023? What does my financial state look like? Okay, so there's too many questions because they're kind of like two all over the place. So I will ask, I can only do one at a time. I'm going to do the school one. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be later, not earlier. So I guess that would be the September 2023. Because I do feel like, hi, you want to come up? I feel like it's going to be later in the year, not so much early in the year. Thank you, Snort Monkey. Yeah, she's snorting because she's excited. Um, yeah, I feel like it's going to be more towards the end. So I guess that would be the September. But I feel like there's prep work. So you might be having classes or there's something that you have to do to prepare because I feel like you're still writing and you're reading before. Um, unless the January starts, it's one aspect to prepare for the September because there's writing and there's reading for you next year. Okay. And it does feel like higher education or at least some sort of education. But the way you're phrasing the question, I have to say that there's probably prep work or you're going to be doing something before you actually start. So it kind of feels like twofold, like parts. So I'm more apt to say again, this is just how I'm interpreting the information I'm receiving is that you'll probably go back to school in September, but there'll be some sort of preparation work or something that you have to do in advance. Okay. So that's the information that I'm getting with that. That I can't put two questions together because it's like I need to be able to like do separate questions. So she's drinking the sweat from the ice cubes. She's so funny. She's so funny. So hope that helps, Roxanne. So, and I feel like you're going to be happy with it too. So that's good news. So on that topic, that feels really good. Yeah. Today we might make it short, you guys. I'm a little bit low on energy, even though my heart is like happy. I'm just a little bit low on energy, and I do have a few more appointments that you're welcome, Roxanne. And I have a couple more appointments that I do have to get to today, and I want to make sure I get through them. So we're probably just gonna end here. It was short and sweet. I want to let you guys know that what I am gonna be doing. Okay, Sunflower, I do see you. I'll take your question. Yours will be the last one. Just know that if anybody super chats me after this next question, I will consider it a donation. Okay, and which I do appreciate. But I do need to start skedaddling. But Friday nights, I'm going to start doing meditations. So if you guys want to join me for those, we'll be doing those. Okay, Sunflower, go ahead. Type in your question, please. Type in your question. Because I gotta start moseying, and I hope it's not gonna take too long. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going on my vacation next week with no assistance. Yay! Just walking. Will I be okay? Yes, you will. Hey, Cheslin, nice to see you, Cheslin. It's like a hi and a bye because I'm just about to like load off here. Hey, Christina, nice to see you. Um, Uh, so yes, you're gonna be just fine. Just go slow. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. They're saying make sure you have plenty of water with you. Okay, sunflowers. So just make sure you have plenty of water. Just a heads up. Sunflower's question was the last question. She super chatted me. I only do like individual personalized questions through super chat, but I'm going to be heading off very, very soon. Would it be live here? Yes, Arzu, it will be live here. And then if you miss it, you can catch it on the replay because I'm going to keep it on the channel. So they won't be like terribly long. It's just, something to get you to separate your week from your weekend. Just to connect your higher soul to your lower soul. I'll be channeling them. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in advance. I'm just going to get all up in there and just do it. All right. All right, you guys have a wonderful week. I don't know if I'm doing it this Friday. There's a potential, a possibility I'll do it this Friday. I got to check my schedule and see, but they'll probably be Fridays, 5 p.m. California time. So Pacific time, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. And then anything else, if you're in a different country, first of all, awesome. Second of all, you're going to have to do a time conversion. But I will let everybody know. You can either join my mailing list or join on one of my social medias to check out all that. I have a link tree link in the description of this live so you can catch up on all events and all the fun things, okay? Afton Miller Vlog says, I love you. I love you too. Thank you. I will take the love, people. Mama likes the love. All right, you guys have a fabulous week. It was great being back. I know it's short, but it's okay. All for good reasons. All right, you guys have a great week. Bye.